What's up, guys? So I'm back. I've been on hiatus for a while. To be honest, because the last format sucked. I mean, it was boring. I wasn't playing anything. I wasn't even on Dual Network. I wasn't doing anything. It was a boring format. Top deck sucked. They're shitty to play against. But now with the new ban list out, as everyone knows, and I refuse to make a ban list video because they're so stupid. I'm not even gonna get into that, but um, I feel obligated to show you guys my updated Chaos Monarch deck. Even though nothing much has really changed, we lost a couple of things, but for the same way it's supposed to. So I'm going to get into it real quick and explain whatever it is that you guys think, or whatever I think that you guys should explain. So first off, let's get into it. The Monarch lineup. Obvious, 3 Kaias, standard. Still playing my 2 copies of Ryza. Oops, sorry. Still playing 2 Ryzas, 1 Mobius, and 1 Thestalos. This 7 card lineup very well for me in the past. So I'm still, and it's very easy to side this in and out whenever I want to. I mean, probably Kaius would stay in there because Kaius is awesome. But anyway, so Monarch lineup. Onto the Chaos monsters. 1 BLS and 1 Chaos Sorcerer. Pretty pissed that we lost the Chaos Sorcerer because this deck, it's actually pretty hard to play. So I take a Chaos Sorcerer from us because freaking free. So if you ask me, am I mad? Yes, I am. Yeah, but we'll make do. Next for the last boss monsters, we have Gores and 2 Trags. Obviously, Trag always comes out big in this deck. Always comes out at least 2,400, 4 cards in your hand. It's a very slow-paced deck, so you're going to max out on your Trags, and you're going to max out on your protection. So speaking of your 3 copies of Battle Fader still, that's still very obvious. And 3 is crucial because I recycle them, and I've had one where I only draw one. I only drew one for that game, but I recycled it 3 times, so Battle Fader is extremely important for this deck. Equally important, and you guys will probably disagree with, because most people are only playing 1 or 2 copies to max out 3 copies of Effect Veiler. And this is a valid point, that since I don't run traps through inventory, but just because Insectors are gone doesn't mean Effect Veiler is all of a sudden bad or shouldn't be played at 3, you know. In playtesting for this next format, with everyone I've been playing, I've never regretted having multiple copies of Effect Veiler in my hand, you know. So it's a very, very strong card, especially for a deck like this when you don't play any back rows. And more importantly, it's a light tuner. Tuner's probably a little more important, but it's your only tuner that you run, so you're going to run it. But 3 Effect Veiler still. I'm very happy I made that decision to stay with 3. Onto the engine of the deck, 3 Alchemists, self-explanatory. You guys have seen this before. I don't want to go into this, but still one of the best cards in this deck. Next up, I'm playing 2 tour guides, since obviously it went down to 2, and 1 copy of Sangan. Real quickly, I just want to explain, I don't agree with the Night Assailant or the tour bus target. The way I see it is, you're going to draw into your tour guide, hopefully you draw into it soon, normal summon it, and what you do is you pull out your other tour guide so that you don't have a dead target anymore. That way you can normal summon your Sangan and force them to attack into it, or set it, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, just go tour guide for tour guide. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And also, you have to understand that people are still playing at least 2 Veilers, so you normal summon it, it's likely to get Veilered. Hopefully you draw into your second tour guide, so then you can go tour guide into Sangan like you would do before, and everything balances out. So I still feel like this, just leave it as it is, guys. You don't have to go Night Assailant. Don't beat a dead horse. It's fine. Next up, Spirit Reaper. That's really obvious. Spirit Reaper's a pro. I've actually considered going up to 2, but I felt like 1 is still a better number just because space is so tight in this deck. But yeah, Spirit Reaper is freaking pro, dude. Next up, 1 copy of DD Warrior Lady. Since we've lost the Chaos Sorcerer, DD Warrior Lady is very, very important because it's a problematic card for your opponent to deal with. So since we lost that extra removal, you want to keep this in so that you can poke into things, like maybe boss monsters or things like Dandelion that they want to go in the graveyard, or Sangan. Poke into it, remove it, and disrupt the play. It's very good. Next up, 1 copy of T-King. T-King is back in my main deck, finally. And to be honest, I really want to fit another one in here. I want to play 2 Thunder Kings. I just don't know what to take out because this is actually my 41st card. I decided to sacrifice the 40 card deck to go up to 41 because Thunder King is that good right now. especially at the beginning of the format with all these searchers going on. Just on special summons, I don't need to go into it. But yeah, I'm very, very, very glad that Thunder King's able to be played now that Insectors are really dipped in popularity. So, and my last two monsters, the obvious 2 Treeborn Frogs. I was playing one at the end of last format since I had 3 tour guides. Basically, I replaced the tour guide with the Treeborn, so I draw into it faster. So that's the the monster lineup. 29 monsters, very heavy, but considering that 9 of them are hand traps, you can get away with it. So next up, onto the spells. There's 12 spells. We have the Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy Storm, and a staple for this deck is a Foolish Burial. Didn't put 1-for-1 back in. I still feel like Foolish Burial is enough. And you really can go. This deck doesn't have a problem winning without Treeborn. Treeborn just makes it that much easier to win this deck. So next up, your 3 MSTs still. Some people may want to play 2. My main reason for playing 3 MSTs is I don't want to lose the skill drain. I don't want to lose the face-up spells and face-up traps. So I want to max out on this. Next up, for your draws, 1 Allure and 2 Dualities. Since I was already playing 2, this was fine with me that it went down to 2. Doesn't bother me at all. And my last 2, Smashing Ground still. Smashing Ground is just an all-around good card. I mean, I can't think of when I wouldn't want to play Smashing Ground in the deck. Especially with agents coming back, people are going to start testing them out again. It's very crucial to get rid of those Christias. Against Dino Rabbits, which are still probably the best deck of the format, it's so strong to just Smashing Ground a Dolka, since they can't negate it. Or even just force a negation with Lagia, they have to negate it or something. So, 2 Smashing Grounds. That's it for the main deck. Really quickly, extra deck. Extra deck's pretty self-explanatory. So let's go. Formula Synchron, Canister, Black Rose. Started some Scrap Dragon, and then on to the Exceeds. 1 Zenmaines, 1 Vier, 1 Leviathan, 1 Acid Golem. I've thought about cutting maybe Acid Golem, but just in case, you instant 3000 beater with Turret. Sorry, brain fart. Last up, you got your rank 4s. So Maestroke and Utopia. Your rank 6s, which are probably the best things in this deck. Insected Beetle, Strike Bouncer, number 25, Focus Force. Most people don't play this. They like to go a second Strike Bouncer. But my thinking is, what if they have a 2700 monster? You want to go into this to get over it. And my last card, I don't really have a slot right now, because it was Giga Brilliant. I don't ever go into it, so I decided to take it out. So in your opinion, I'm wondering if I should go either Gaia, which I'm probably going to do Gaia Dragon, the rank 7, or should I put another level 6 Synchro in here, like maybe Gaia. It's either Gaia or Gaia, Synchro Gaia or Exceed Gaia. So I'm not sure there, but that's what I have for the extra deck so far. 14 cards, okay. I don't need a 15th so far. Still in testing phase. And my extra deck, my side deck real quick. 2 copies of Jinzo. 2 copies of Vanity's Fiend. So, this is so good against things like Dino Rabbit, Heroes, TG Stun, any stun deck. Jinzo shuts down. Vanity's Fiend, self-explanatory. Dark World, Agents, etc., etc. Dark Dust Spirit. This was actually from last format, because it was so good against the sectors, but I decided to keep him in, just in case you run across something like Chain Burn, or you can side against Heroes, I guess, with your Gemini Sparks, but it's still a good card to keep in your side deck. The second copy of Thunder King, 1 Doom Caliber Knight, Kaiku. Even though Chaos Dragons aren't very popular anymore, it was good against Chaos Dragons for sure, but Dark Roads are popular, so it's good to remove their Graphas when you poke for damage, so Kaiku's still good. 1 copy of Raikou, good against Dino Rabbits and Heroes. Choose Raikou over Snowman Eater, is because if they attack into it, say they have a monster that your Monarch can get over next turn, you'd rather hit a back row. Or say you don't have any back row, you just hit a monster, and it's also good in your side deck because normally you're going to want your Chaos monsters field, so it's going to fill your grave, and it's going to make it that much easier to get Chaos plays off. 1 Puppet Plant, because what I'm surprised that no one realizes is Samurai is really, really good right now. So take your Samurai, take your Hero, So Public Plan is very good. 2 copies of DD Crow, self-explanatory. The 3rd copy of Smashing Ground, yes, I do go that hard on Smashing Ground. There are some games where I just want to go 3 smashings, let my small monsters go to work. If you're not gonna let me get my Monarchs out, like you DD Crow my Treeborn, if you're not gonna let me get my Monarch plays out, I'm gonna Smash Ground you and 1-for-1 you, and let my D-Alks get in, let my Spirit Reapers can get in there. So 3 copies of Smashing Ground, and the 1 copy of Twister, weird tech, but like I said earlier, I hate losing the face-up traps and spells. So that's it for the deck, guys. It's still very good. I'm sorry you guys have to suffer through this again, but it's, it's a fun deck to play. It's pretty hard. You really have to know how to play this deck, but it's probably my best deck that I've ever made. So let me guys know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys like it, like the video, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.